Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, we're going to talk about the Hope of Ghirapur. Now, he has a whole lot of text down there, but you know what? I don't care. He's a 1-mana, 1/1 flying general. You are going to play him on turn one. This thing, the Thopter, whatever. So, he's coming out turn one. He's going to be swinging on turn two. So I thought, well, this is the ultimate general damage commander if I've ever seen it. So, built it for that. And of course, we can't have colored mana symbols anywhere in the deck. So that's cool. So the first thing I went to was general damage, which means in colorless, we're dealing with equipment. So let's go through the equipment because there's a bunch of it. We have grappling hooks, going to give it double strike. Inquisitor's Flail is great with double strike. Because if another creature, no, my bad. It's opposite, but odds are your dude's not getting blocked anyway. Loxodon Warhammer is going to give it some trample. The lifelink is kind of not bad, but it tramples what it's in here for, and, the +3. Mask is hexproof. Now, I love the war gear. The downside here is pretty hefty, but we don't care because, whatever. The only way it's going to come unattached anyway is if our creature dies, because we want to put it on the hope and go to town. And that equip cost is a beautiful thing. Sword of Vengeance, all the things. Skull Clamp is in here for like the Thopter assembly stuff and just to provide a little bit of card draw. The Ogre's Cleaver, yeah, 5 equip does suck, but man, look at that, +5. You'll get there. Fire Shrieker is double strike. Of course, Bone Splitter, the card that made us realize they didn't know what they were doing when they first made equipment. Trailblazer Boots, what's better than flying? Unblockable. And, non-basic lands. Sigil of Distinction, late game, tons of mana. Okay, I'm down. Darksteel Axe, Argentium Armor, better than Annihilator 1. Stalactite, the Scimitar, Bonesaw. Some of these we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, but even the Bonesaw if you could turn one your general and turn two drop a Bonesaw, equip it, you're swinging for 2 general on turn 2. I mean, even that's not bad. Chariot. Prowler's Helm. Just unblockability. Sure, why not? Hammer of Ruin. Swiftfoot. Scope. Machete. Gauntlet. Now, obviously, Sword of Somethings and Somethings are all awesome. They belong in here. They also belong in a safe as much as they cost. But anyway. Sure, let's do our 3 instance we have. Scour from Existence is, it's going to get rid of that dang problem. Save it for, that permanent that just, completely hoses it. Artifacts. Warping Whale. And Spatial Contortion. Now, did have a little bit of room in here way back in the day. And by the day, I mean 5th Dawn. They made 4 cards, and they called it the Great Machine. We have the Salvaging Station, the Blasting, Summoning, and Grinding. If you put all 4 of them into play, one feeds the other. It creates an infinite loop. Unless, somebody takes one out. And then, as a throwback to the Great Machine, they did in Kaladesh the modules Now, let's see. Creature-wise, I don't have a whole lot of creatures. Now, the Forge Master, kind of a given, as well as the Junk Diver to go with the Forge Master. See, it's kind of Steel Hellkite is just for removal, and it's a giant flyer. Lodestone Golem hoses everybody but you at the table. Well, you've got 3 cards. You know, your 3 instants are going to cost more, but, you know. Ornithopter is also fairly decent and great for carrying all this dang equipment that we have. Shimmermere is going to let us try to get around our you know, our problem of sorcery speed's the only speed I have. And then, of course, the Steel Overseer is going to, you know, throw some counters on your whole general. Now, speaking of Steel Overseer here with his +1/+1 counters, got Otherworld Atlas, which also uses a, you know, we don't have a whole lot of card draw in like no color, so Otherworld Atlas probably. Now, yes, I do need a clock in here in such a bad way. I need an unwinding clock in this deck because Otherworld Atlas with unwinding clock is amazing and it's a beautiful thing. Especially the clock definitely needs to be in here when you figure on your cool proliferate stuff. So we have a Library of Lang because, you know, we might be drawing some cards. If we do get that whole Thopter thing going, or we just, you know, have 2 or 3 dudes and no hand, Slate of Ancestry is, you know, well, it's card draw. It's not amazing card draw. Spot removal at 8 mana, but it's destroy target permanent. So that's, you know, it's an artifact. It's a enchantment, a creature, a planeswalker. For 8 mana in no color, this is, you know, this is our lot in life. It's not a lot, but it's our life. Temple Bells are other card draw. Now, Key to the City is also kind of not bad. You know, makes our general unblockable, and then we can, you know, spend 2 mana to draw a card, just in case we haven't drawn things like our Howling Mine yet. Now, the Voltaic Key is like probably the most utility card in the entire deck because, you know, it untaps, I don't know, a good chunk of your deck. All but, you know, 3 cards. Mana ramp wise, of course, I have a Soul Ring, Helm of Awakening. Now, turn 1, Soul Ring into Helm, free general. Maybe you get a Bone Splitter in there too. I don't know. Magic Christmas Land? Yeah, probably. Anyway, with our general costing 1 generic mana, since we're using that word again now, it does kind of fit. Blinkmoth Urn is just going to give you all the mana you need so that you can, you know, during your turn, you can just drop that Forge for free. Now, the Golem's Heart is just kind of cutesy, I'll admit. I was like, well, it's all artifacts, so you know, I've got 1,000 of these cards that I've never really playing with, so a player, so it's not just you. So, you know, hey, you get it down early, you might net some life out of the deal. Pithing Needle is an answer to a problem. Actually, it's an answer to several problems. You know, Pacification Array. If they just got the 1 flyer, you can tap it. Yeah, it's kind of a, I don't know. Larry Nevin's our only board wipe now. I love Larry here, but he does, you know, hurt us if we don't have the Forge. We're probably not going to, you know, pop the disc without the Forge, but just saying. Turmoid's Crypt is going to nuke somebody's yard because that's always a problem. Somebody's always playing around with dead things, and you know, the graveyard is just an extension of your hand. Those are cards that you have access to because we're dealing with the total pool of cards, you know. And last but not least, counter magic is a big thing in your deck or in against this deck because it's not like we can, you know, play our counter spells back or whatever. But And we're probably not going to be doing that much on somebody else's turn anyway. Yeah, we got the Shimmer Mirror, but the odds of getting the Shimmer Mirror and the Defense Grid at the same time hasn't really happened to me yet. But that is what I have got for the Hope. This is, what is this? Oh man, this is 199, isn't it? I guess I need to start working on the Liliana deck. It's built, but I don't think it's built the way it needs to be built. Anyway, I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.